Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the great and powerful Zilla, aka Malthus. And today, what I'm going to do is break down Elwynn Forest in so many as simply as I can. Now, this character here is Menda. Menda is a holy priest. She comes from Dunmorrow, around Ironforge. So she's already done quests out in Coldbridge Valley, and she's already done Dunmorrow. She's picked up the flight plan for Lochmadan and then headed immediately to Elwynn Forest. Why? Because this is probably the most iconic, if not simplest, questing zone in the on the Alliance side for World of Warcraft. Everybody goes through Elwynn Forest, and it has a very famous and iconic character in it that you're going to get to meet toward the end of the video. So let me take a look at the map of Elwynn Forest. We'll break that down, and I'll be back in as soon as we're done with that. And in the meantime, just chill out and pay attention. All right, you start out with the Fargodeep Mine area. This includes the Stone and McClure farmsteads. There's a bunch of quests there. And then you move over to the Eastvale logging camp area. That includes the Brackenwall pumpkin patch. Okay, so that area there. All right, and then finally you end up in the Westbrook Garrison area. There's a couple of quests out there. Okay, so you're going to be traveling back and forth across this map a lot. Okay, that being done, we are done. I am in Goldshire. Goldshire, as you look at my map here, you can see that I don't have a lot. I flew into Stormwind and I came down to Goldshire. This area here is Northshire Abbey. This is the human starting area. She is not a human. She is a dwarf. And you can see Questy giving me all these little questing points on the map that I talked about in the on the map video. So let's go get them, and let's see what we're going to do. So we've got the Fargodeep Mine. Okay, we've got a report. See, when you have add-ons,
what can I do for you?
Sometimes that happens. And
go with on, friend.
That goes to report to Westfall. We're not going to Westfall just yet. All right, and we're going to talk to this guy. He wants us to collect gold dust, right?
See you later. What can I do for you?
This one, he wants us to. A lot of these quests are cookie cutter quests.
Safe travel.
He just wants you to go from one point to the other, to show you where things are, and to identify people
Light be with
that
you.
you need to talk to. So that's the Fishy Peril. 3 XP is basically what that is. We'd stop and
be careful.
To guard Thomas. That is probably the biggest freaking killer in the game, Guard Thomas. And the reason I say that is he sends you on some monster quests that for this tier. It's
See you around.
So you want to collect all the quests for the Fargodeep Mine that you can. Okay, you're going to be doing a lot of running back and forth, and we'll pick this up when I get over to the Fargodeep Mine. Alright, I made it over here to the Stonefield Farm. This is next to the Fargodeep Mine. If you look at my map, this is the Stonefield Farm, this is the McClure Farm over here, and this is the Fargodeep Mine in between. You want to pick up all the quests for the Fargodeep Mine before you go up in there. So what I've got to do is I've got to collect candles from the kobolds. You don't take candle, right? I got to go explore the Fargodeep Mine, which means I got to go about 20 feet into it. Alright, I got to kill kobolds and get 10 gold dust. But then when you come over here and you talk to these ladies, right, they give you a quest. This one, I think she
Can I
gives
help
you,
you?
Princess
Safe travels.
Must Die, which is a pain in the ass. And then this one, she says, go ask this little bastard over here named Billy McClure what happened to my necklace, right? Because these people are kind of like the Hotfields and McCoys. They're kind of feuding with each other. It's not a violent feud, but they argue with each other. They don't get along. So we'll pick this this little girl, by the way. She happened to pick up herbalism and leatherworking, or not leatherworking, skinning, as her professions to support the main characters that I have on this account. So, you know, in vanilla, you didn't have all the professions you have in retail right now. What you had in vanilla was leatherworking, tailoring, enchanting, and alchemy. Then you had your secondary professions. You had fishing, cooking, and first aid, which I I highly suggest you get. So I'm going to sit here and skin all these dead boars that these people are gracefully leaving on the ground for. As a skinner, you just scavenge everything that you can get your hands on. Okay? So that failed. One thing that is the same as it was in vanilla is you can fail at doing these things. You can try and pick a flower like 19 times and then pick the flower. It's not successful. Okay? So, ruined leather scraps. Well, what's that worth? Well, you can combine those into leather. Right? So, you can make light leather out of them. Right? So, we'll just scavenge up all these piggies. You know, and that levels my skinning as well. So, that's a good thing. Skinning is probably one of those collection professions that you will level up faster than anything else because of stuff like this. Okay? Didn't get an opportunity to do it that much in Demora, but here. Anyway, you guys don't want to see me sitting skin all these things off. Okay? There's Billy. That's his paw. And we'll talk to Billy, and he's like, oh, I don't remember. And then he says, well, give me 4 chunks of boar meat and take it to this girl, and she'll make me a pie, and I'll tell you what to do. Well, I'm like, want to grab this kid, slap the shit out of him, beat him damn near to death and say, where the hell's the necklace? You know, rather than go over there and try and bribe his sorry little ass. But no, we can't do that. So, we'll target a boar. These things are not aggro meters, but they do become that way. Now, at the lower levels as a caster, you're going to spend more time with your wand than you are with anything else. Your wand is probably your most effective weapon, rather than your spells. Your spells are nice, but your wand is probably your best bet. So we're going to collect 4 pieces of boar meat, and we'll come back and we'll see what she has to say. Okay, we have collected our 4 pieces of boar meat. In the process, I have managed to get my skinning 65 out of 75, so we're almost done. So let's turn this in and see what she has to say. And she's pretty good about it. She'll make a pie
See you
for
around.
to get the information. So we'll go back to Billy McClure. So you see what you do. You go from here to there, back to here, back to there, and then eventually into the mine. But you got to do this stuff. Otherwise, you're going to end up going back and forth even more to get all these quests done. So what you want to do in an area is gather all the quests together that you can, okay? Get all your prerequisites done, and then go in and finish up the quest. All at one shot. You want to try and be as efficient as you possibly can, right? So there's a Fargodeep Mine with all the cobalts. You're going to take candle down there, okay? And we are going to head on over to Billy McClure and try to restrain ourselves from beating the shit out of this little bastard who stole her necklace and then had it stolen from himself and will not give us the information without a pie. Okay? So, anyway, why she didn't go to his father and say, look, this is what your little bastard did. I want my necklace, goddammit, and no. Okay? So, let's go talk to him. Oh boy, good pie. Go kill gold tooth, okay? Now
You
these
need something?
farmers, this guy
See you later.
exchanges apples for water, okay? Bunny rabbit. And then the other guy, he can vendor, so you can buy food from him. So you want a vendor nearby so you can sell your gray stuff. I have a little ad-out called Scrap that sells all my gray stuff, all right? And why this one little mage over here is sitting here doing nothing but farming these boars is beyond my understanding. Maybe she's trying to level up. I'm not sure. I am above level for this zone. Now there's an exclamation mark. You see that? See that right there? That. Now that's one of those hidden quests you got to pay attention to because I wasn't quite sure exactly what it was. Couldn't remember. But see, these people are kind of like the Hatfields and McCoys. And this girl is in love with a boy on the Stonefield farm. So she's going to want to
Good day to you. Hello.
flirt with him and whatever. Okay, he just turned that quest in. That's why she's doing that. And she'll disappear and then she'll reappear again. So she'll spawn again. Anyway, the long story short with this is you talk to her. She has a quest. Go talk to this guy. Give me something. I can go talk to this boy and be together with him. And she eventually
How are
gets an
you?
invisibility question. So take a look.
See you later.
Tommy Joe, and he's over by the river. Now you got to be careful because also by that river are gnolls. Now gnolls are walking hyenas, if you will. Okay. But before we go over there, we're going to go into Fargodeep Mine, and we're going to kill these kobolds and get their stuff. Okay. Now we won't spend all day in there. All right. I'm not going to sit there and show you an entire video of it. But this is the way questing works in vanilla/classic. You get into a zone, you gather all the quests together in an efficient manner as you possibly can, and go get it done. That's all there is to it. Get her done. Now, there's three kinds of mobs. There are aggressive mobs. These are aggressive. You see how they're red? Okay? There are passive mobs, which are yellow, and there's green mobs, which are friendly. All right? Now, some mobs will continue to attack you no matter what. Other mobs will run. These guys are runners, okay? And they will run to get help. You don't like that. You want to try and prevent that. If you can, stop them from running to get help because it will overwhelm you, okay? So there's some gold dust there. You see how it goes, right? Now, a couple of things about Fargodeep Mine that you may not know. There is a rare mob in here sometimes, okay? Not Goldtooth. Goldtooth is your standard mob, okay? The rare mob spawns a little bit further away from Goldtooth, and he will drop a white or gray shovel, and there's almost always a treasure chest around here, so you want to pick that up, okay? Treasure chests contain lots of different things, including patterns and things like that you can vendor. And like I said, the most important thing for you is, right now, silvery. You want as much as you can get your hands on. So it's collecting gold dust and candles, basically. Okay. And, you can get rid of it.
I cannot cast that yet.
And one thing as a caster, you gotta watch your mana. But I'm not a miner. If I were a miner, I'd have a field day. Collecting professional stone mining and
Target
like
something
alchemy,
first.
engineering, and other things like that. So, like I said, I am above level on this, so you can see these items are gray. The number right there is gray. I'm not getting an experience for killing that mob. I'll get experience for turning into quests. I'll get reputation for turning into quests, but I won't get any experience for it. You get to go to and then we'll cut to the chest, finish up the quest, and what's coming next. Out of mana, right on. And you can see on the map, look at all the resources. So there's no shortage. It's kind of like a shopping spree. Okay, ooh, man, health potion. So we'll get some water back, drink some milk. And you'll see this is a recurring theme throughout World of Warcraft. Trying to get through this as quickly as I can. Okay. And all of these mines and caves are pretty much designed the same way. Okay, there's really not much of a difference. Now, if I get in trouble, I have a shield, I have heals. I am, after all, a holy priest. So, I am smiting my enemies. And they're telling me, no, take cable. No, take candle. No, take candle. But I like to candle. I want to candle. We need a candle. You can see right here just how powerful a wand can be. So if you have an enchanter and you're able to make your character's wands
carry anymore.
I can't carry. What am I missing?
Inventory
An
is
apple.
full.
Oh my God. Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make room for that. We're gonna eat that. Yeah. And that's the thing, like I said, the big block is actually bag space. No, I don't have any inventory room, so what do I gotta do? I gotta get rid of some stuff, right? Okay? So, I don't need mild spices in my bag right now. Alright. I don't need that cloak, although I'd like to vendor it. See, he had vendors for 2 silver. No. It sells for 33 cents, so I can get rid of that. Alright, so we will get rid of that right there. But I need it because Goldtooth has a quest item I need to pick up.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Managing your inventory is one of those skills that you're going to have to do in World of Warcraft, and you're going to have to do it well, or you're not going to be successful at this game. Really, you're not. That's just the way it is. Learning how to pull mobs to you. You know, see how that's green? I'm going to get XP for that. Okay, see 50. Not much, because like I said, I am far above its level, but Goldtooth is right up here. There's a chest. Yeah, somebody's fighting Goldtooth right now. Okay. So I will leave the chest for him since I don't have any inventory space. And Goldtooth will respawn. So we will get back to this here as soon as I'm done with all this stuff, and talk to you then. Okay, we got all the quests done. You see all these green quests are done. So we're going to turn in the
Hello.
Goldtooth one here.
See you around.
Some other gloves that we can't use, so that's vendor. Vendor trash, basically, is what it is. And we're going to come over here to this guy.
Good day to
We're going
you.
to sell our junk, right? We're going to sell stuff we can't use, like the mining shovel, the shield, the belt. You can only wear cloth, so anything leather, you're going to sell that. I don't need a staff. I got one out of Dunmorrow that's better. Okay. Don't need water. Okay. You got plenty of that. Don't need the apple. Get those gloves. Sell that. And the idea is to collect money. You need money. Alright.
See you around.
So, we've done that. So let's go talk to the guy, Tommy, who's in love with this girl. And can't seem to get enough of her. So we'll go over here and we'll find him. Now you got to be careful, like I said, because these knolls across the way are a little bit higher. And if you're level 6 or 7 coming over here,
Good day to you.
not a good plan. Okay? So you bring a one letter to him. And
Safe travels.
Stonefield, Grandma Stonefield, who is in the house behind the ladies you had just gotten the quest from. Okay? So again, running you back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. In the meantime, you got all these to turn into Goldshire, right? So, believe me, guys, you spend a lot of time walking back and forth and exploring the map. There are 3 kinds of quests. There are kill collect quests. There are errands, which I call cookie cutter quests or cookie crumb quests.
Need help?
That lead you to different areas that you need to have, like flight paths. and things
Farewell.
like that. Okay. And then there are other quests that have you use items to conduct a survey or what have you. And those object quests I'm not particularly fond of. There are escort quests where you have to escort somebody to safety and things like that. So we're going to head on back to Goldshire and we're going to turn these in and we'll see what happens, okay? Okay, we're back in Goldshire. I'm about to turn these in, but I stopped right here because I wanted you to be aware. If you remember the South Park episode Make Love Not Warcraft, this right here, this spot, is the spot where Carlton killed the guy that was ganking everybody in Elwynn Forest. Okay? This spot right here, this is where that final battle happened. Alright, little trivia for you. Alright, so we're going to go over here and we're going to
there.
talk to Rennie Toontimes, give him his gold. Get it back.
Have a good one.
Little device to use on mobs that I usually
Greetings.
do right away because he's senseless. Get some silver for that. He's gonna
For the
save us
Alliance.
for the chest below mine. Okay, and then we're going to go in here and talk to William Pestle. And we're going to turn in the candle quest.
You need something?
And what he's doing right now is that little love potion that the invisibility potion. So these two are going to get busy while
How
we're
are
invisible.
you?
How's that work exactly? So I got 2 quests. Turn in this one. He's going to tell me go kill some
Safe
Murlocs.
travels. Hey there.
And the other one is the candles, and he's going to send me to Stormwind to turn them in. Okay? So that is what
See
I'm
you
gonna
later.
do. Stormwind and turn those in. The first thing we're going to do is go out here and vendor this stuff and repair my armor, such as it is. And the way you do that is you find a vendor that can repair armor. And
What can I do for
armor and shield crafter is a good choice. Anytime you see this right here, you can repair your items, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell these marbles, which are useless, okay? And I'm going to sell this. Okay? For me, it's useless because I use spells and I don't rely on
Be careful.
penetrating armor. We're going to head on up to Stormwind, which is down this road. So it's going to take a little bit. And when we get there, I'll cut back in. We made it to Stormwind. Alright, we made it to Stormwind. I'm filming this because a lot of you have never played this game before. This is impressive as hell. And remember, this is from 2004. And this game is just awesome. The world is so big at this time. It's shrunk a lot in recent expansions because of the way you can move around and whatnot. But and they simplified quests. They dumbed everything down, and it really is embarrassing. But Stormwind is the capital of the Alliance. Okay, remember back at this time, Varian Wren doesn't exist. He's still a captive of the orcs, and his son is in charge. So there is where we got to go. Pestil's Apothecary. All right. So we'll go turn in these candles over here.
What can I do for you?
And he's going to give me a choice. So this is one of those things where you get a choice, and I will take the oil off
See you around.
because I don't use strength. This little casters, there are different specs and stats that you use. Like warlocks, mages, warlocks is stamina, intellect. Mages is intellect, stamina, and then priests are intellect, spirit. Okay, because you got to get your mana back in a hurry for a holy priest. Everybody likes priests because you're a healer, and yeah, you can be a shadow priest. Really, okay. So my little add-on saying it wants to scan the auction house, so I'm going to let it scan the auction house, and I'm going to put one of these robes. I got 2 of them. I'm going to put one of these robes in these 4 bags up on the auction house. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to let it go ahead and scan. This is called auctioneer, TSM, Trade Skill Master. Okay. I'm going to put it on up there. You can get these little mods from Twitch. They're free. I'm going to sit there and post it. What it does, it automatically scans for the price. I'm going to leave those alone because I want to equip those. But I'm going to put this in here because I got 2 of them. That's 25 silver if I can sell it. I'm going to put these in here. Like that. Whoops. I'm sorry. Yeah. Get one to sell that. Okay, we'll put the linen bags. 4 stacks of 1. Alright. So we'll put that in there. 3 silver a piece. I know it doesn't sound like much, but silver is very important, at low levels in vanilla. Very important. Your skills, your spells, and other things are all tied to that because they all cost money. Reagents that you need, all that stuff costs money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. Mailing stuff to your characters costs money. So I'm going to select my alchemist, which is my rogue, Tyrannos. And I'm going to gather all my flowers that I gathered up, and I'm going to send it to him. Okay? So those 2, I think that's it for that, and I'm going to send that. And then I'm going to select my leather worker, Panzer, and he is my hunter, and I'm going to send all the leather that I collected to him. Okay? And he can process that. And my engineer is Gerbils, and that's my little mage. She's right now in Red Ridge Mountains, and I'm going to send her this silver bar because she can use it. Okay? So, one of the nice features about this Bagnon thing they have is you can click that, and it organizes everything for you. Okay, all in one bag. So, we're going to go to the bank. I don't even know why these are decoration. No one ever stands alone. Okay,
You
get
need
up here,
something?
Talk to the banker. Okay, you see I got these leggings here for level 17. So I got stuff that I've collected for future. Go ahead and buy a bank spot for 10 silver. I'm going to put a bag in there. So now I have spots. Okay, and yeah. So we're going to do that.
Have a good one.
And we'll head on back out to Elwynn Forest and do some questing. All right? And we'll talk to you when you get there. Just like to point this out. People that do this are assholes. Terrorists cannot be killed by... The way this mob works, this mob comes from the blasted lands. Okay? And he probably killed most everybody in Stormwind. And the reason is, when you kite him over here, what happens is the first spell that you cast on him he's immune to. So if you use physical, like a shot from a bow or an arrow, he's immune to physical damage, so the guards can't help you. And some guy, very skillfully, mind you, kited him all the way here to Stormwind just to watch the world burn. And people that do that, honestly, you know, low levels like this little girl here would stand no chance if that dragon were active. So, yeah, don't do that. I mean, it's skillful, but there's no need for that shit. Okay, one more thing before I leave Stormwind. I do have a quest to go to Loch Modan. Right here, Elmo's task. Okay? However, and he's in the Dwarven District of Stormwind, but he's going to send me to Loch Modan. I don't have the silver to fly up there, and I'm not going to walk, but I will go to the Dwarven District, turn this in before I leave Stormwind. Just FYI, Elmo's task is one of the easiest 2,000-3,000 EXP that you're going to get. Okay, Stormwind, very briefly, is divided into 5 sections. You have the Trade District, where most people hang out, Mage Quarters, where the thing is, you got a park, Cathedral Square, Dwarven District, and Old Town. Okay? I'm sorry, 6. I'm in currently the Dwarven District, which is where Elmore is, alright? But there's a cooking trainer in the Old Town, enchanting, tailoring generally is in the Mage Quarter, Cathedral Square is where first aid and priest train, so you've got all that good stuff there. And there is a quest in the Cathedral Square. I know what it is. It's Barrows Alexton, but that's for Westfall. We'll get to Westfall when we get to Westfall. Okay, in the meantime, I'm heading to the Dwarven District, and I am going to talk to Elmo. On the way there, I'll point out this little weird anomaly over here. You want to save some bucks. You see that right there? That is a tram. You can take the tram to Ironforge. You can actually ride the train. It is free. It doesn't cost you a dime. It just costs for time, right? Okay, so we'll come over here. While I was in the Old Town, I stopped.
How are you?
I talked with the trainer, and I spent 5 silver to train up
Be
my
good.
ability to skin to 150. So,
Great to meet you.
Stormpike's delivery. He's going to want me to go to Loch Modan.
Safe
That's
travel.
fine. I can go to Loch Modan as soon as I get some more silver, because I am not going to take all the time to go up there. So, now we're done with our little Stormwind stop. We've got some clean bags, and we're going to head on out. We'll put some auctions up, and we're good to go. Okay? So, hit my auto run key, and when we get back to questing, we'll get back on the video. Alright, we're back out and about in the world, and right now we are at Crystal Lake, which is directly behind Goldshire. This is Crystal Lake, and this is where the Murlocs are that I have to get 4 crystal kelp fronds from to make an invisibility potion so little Miss Love Nest can go be with her boyfriend. So we're going to come out here, and we're going to start attacking the Murlocs. Now, what can you say about Murlocs? Well, if you have never seen a Murloc before or heard a Murloc before, you're going to hear one now, because these things are ubiquitous. In my humble opinion, Murlocs are, without question, in my mind, the most successful NPC, that's non-player character, or mob, monster or beast, in the entire game. They live everywhere. They survive no matter what, along every coastline. They are an organized, semi-organized civilization, and they never come one at a time. They always come in groups. So you see these two here. Your Murlocs are probably going to give you more grief at lower tiers and sometimes at higher tiers than any other mob in the game. They just are ubiquitous. They are everywhere. And you see these patrols? So we're going to start taking out these things one at a time. I'm going to try and get that one.
That spell isn't ready yet.
We're going to dot the other one. And then we're going to use one. Just go down. They're also runners. They will run to each other to get help. These aren't bad, mainly because I out-leveled them so much. But you can see they don't come one at a time. They come at you in bunches. Okay. So I'm going to put renew on myself here. And I'm going to pick out the next Murloc, and I'm going to cast on it. And you select targets by your tab. Click on it. I use the tab key to get things. And I'm just going to wind this guy down. Alright. And sometimes, there's one. I got to collect 4 of these. Sometimes they run to get help. Other times they don't. I'm going to leave it right there. We'll finish this up. But the thing is, I want to point out, this is green. So I want to get this done and get it over with as quickly as possible, which is going to be a little bit of a detour. Okay? But I want to get it counted while it is green. I don't want to get it gray. If it's gray, I won't get anything for it. Okay? So green, you get a little experience. Orange, you get a lot of experience. Red, you get a huge amount of experience. And yellow is right on your level. That's where you should be. Okay? I'll talk to you then.